Hi, welcome to Skanda Happy Learning. Today we are going to discuss the first lesson from 9th class, cell, its structure and its functions. Let's see first of all, what is cell? In lower class, we have already studied about the cell. What is cell? Cell is nothing but it is the basic unit of life or structural and functional unit of the life. Functional unit of the life, that is called cell. We see different types of organisms in our surroundings. We see plants and animals. All these organisms are made up of microscopic units, that's called cell. The cells are in varying shape and size and functions. The cells are of different in shape, different in size, as well as different in function as per their requirements. We perform different type of activities in our day-to-day life. All these activities performed with the help of some body parts. Say for example, external body parts like hands, legs, and eyes are useful to see, ears, the nose, and internal organs like lungs, liver, heart. So these are the different organs just perform different type of functions, but all these organs are made up of a basic unit that is called a cell. Say for example, if you want to construct one house, what materials are required to construct a house? Especially we need bricks, we need cement, we need concrete. These are the materials are required to house. So we use the brick. With the help of number of bricks, we make the wall. The number of walls are joined together to make the room. Number of rooms make together house. So here, what is the basic structure to construct the house? That is nothing but bricks. In the similar way, so in our body, so the basic unit nothing but the cell. So group of cells which form the tissues, and group of tissues form the organs, then group of organs form the organ system, and group of organ systems form the organism. See, here cell is the basic unit of life. If there is no cell, there is no organism. So if you observe the group of cells that is form the tissue. What is tissue? Tissue is nothing but the group of the cells which are similar in structure and they carry similar function, that is called a tissue. How tissue is formation? Tissue is formation by the number of similar cells. Okay, then next to the group of tissues which perform same functions, so that is form the organs. What is organ? Organ is formation with the help of a tissues, the related tissues. Then next to group of organs form the organ system. Say for example, digestive system, respiratory system, excretory system, nervous system. So these are the different systems. All these systems are made together organism. Okay, but here what is the basic unit of life? The cell is the basic unit of life. But who discovered this cell? The cell discovered by the name of the scientist called Robert Hooke in the year 1665. Just by using a cork of oak tree. Cork of oak tree. Just he observed the cell by using the name of the plant, the oak plant. Just he collected the cork of oak tree and observed it by using a magnifying lens which was prepared by himself. Isn't it? He was the first person to observe the cell under the magnifying lens. The cell is very tiny. It is microscopic unit. But how can we see them? We can see them only by using a microscope. There are three types of microscope. One is simple microscope and another is compound microscope. Compound microscope which is used in our school laboratory, that is compound microscope. By using compound microscope we can see some parts of the cell. All the parts are not visible clearly by using compound microscope. Then there is a special microscope, powerful microscope, that is called electron microscope. By using these electron microscope we can see all the parts of the cell clearly. But who has given the information about the cell? If you observe the typical cell is nothing but it is a model of the cell. The model of the cell, it consists the components which are similar to the cell. What are the components are present in the cell? Same as it is the components which are present in the typical cell. Typical cell is nothing but a model of cell. You know the globe. Globe is the model of the earth. If you want to study about the earth, we can study the globe. Like the same, if you want to study about the cell, we can study about the typical cell of the plant cell as well as typical cell of the animal cell. But who prepared this typical cell? Many of the scientists, they study about the different parts of the plant cells, then different parts of the animals, and take the photographs and prepare the model of the cell. It gives lot of information to study about the cell. Now let us look at the typical plant cell and this is the typical animal cell. So nothing but model of the plant cell and model of the animal cell. If you observe the plant cell as well as animal cell under the microscope, that is visible like this. Of course, I mentioned earlier, the plants and animals have different shapes. So they are in oval shape, sometimes elliptical shape and cylindrical shape. So different in shape. But the components are similar components in case of plant cell and as well as in animal cell. What are the, now let us look at them. What are the parts are present in the plant cell as well as in animal cell? If you observe the cell under the microscope, the three major components are visible clearly. One is cell membrane, then next to nucleus, and third one is cytoplasm. So these are the three major components of the cell. Apart from these components, some other parts are also present in the cell. Now let us look at the typical plant cell. What are the parts are present in the plant cell and animal cell? If you observe the animal cell, so there is a outer membrane that is called cell membrane. In animal cell, the cell membrane is the outermost membrane. In case of plant cell, so there is a cell membrane. Around the cell membrane, this is cell membrane. Around the cell membrane, there is another membrane called cell wall. In case of plant cell wall is the outermost membrane. In case of plant cell, cell wall is the outermost membrane. In case of animal cell, so cell membrane is the outermost membrane. Then next to, if you observe the location of the nucleus, this is nucleus. Where is the nucleus in plant cell? The nucleus is shifted to the peripheral. But in case of animal cell, nucleus is center. Why nucleus is center? Because of there is a big size of vacuole in the plant cell. It occupies most of the space in the plant cell. That is the reason nucleus is shifted to peripheral. But in case of animal cell, the nucleus is center. Then next to, it has Golgi complex. Then next to chloroplast, mitochondria. Then next to endoplasmic reticulum, rough endoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. We can find out the granular structures on the rough endoplasmic reticulum. So we call it ribosomes. Then next and also mitochondria. In case of animal cell, there is a nucleus. So endoplasmic reticulum and vacuole, ribosomes, lysosomes, Golgi apparatus, mitochondria. So these are the parts are present in the animal cell. But the major differences between plant cell and animal cell, in plant cell there is a cell wall, but there is no cell wall in animal cell. That is the first difference. In case of plant cell wall is the outermost membrane, but in case of animal cell membrane is the outermost membrane. Then next in plants, plastids are present in the plant cell. In case of animal cell, plastids are absent. Then next centrioles are absent in the plant cell, centrioles are present in the animal cell, isn't it? The parts like cell membrane, the nucleus and the cytoplasm, these topics will be discussed in part 2. Please do subscribe, like, share and comment. Thank you.